Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to all my dear viewers. When we start trading, okay, as a beginner, one of the biggest questions that always haunt us is which time frame is the best? 5 minutes or 15 minutes or 30 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes, okay? Which candlestick is the best? Should I go for Renko? Should I go for candlestick? Should I go for Heikin-Ashi? And these are a few of the questions that you will always have as a beginner, okay? Now today we'll discuss how can you find out which time frame is the best for you. Alright, now when we talk about intraday and when we say 5 minutes of time frame, that is still okay. There are a lot of people who use 5 minutes time frame for intraday. You talk about 15 minutes, that is also okay. There are a lot of people who take 15 minutes time frame and go for intraday. There are people who trade on 1 hour candlestick, okay? People like me. I like trading on 1 hour because 1 hour candlestick is noiseless, okay? And let's have a look over here. So let's start with the first chart. The first chart, this is your 5-minute chart, and this is a candlestick chart, okay? Now over here, if you see over here, this is the first candlestick, okay? So let me highlight this with a yellow bar, okay, perfect. Now this vertical line, okay, so this is the first candlestick of the day. Now when I got this first candlestick, okay, it gave me a signal of sell. So the question is, should I enter the trade over here? No. According to this chart, had I been following only this chart, I would have never entered the trade, okay, for multiple reasons. The first reason is, if you look over here, though the candle has given me a signal for sell, but the super trend and the EMA line says no, okay, no, because for a sell to take place, this candle must have formed below this line, okay, below the white line and the green line, so somewhere over here. So according to this, I'm not taking the trade. Now I move on to the second line. The second line gave me a sell candle again, a strong sell candle. Should I take the trade over here? What do you say? Should I take the trade over here, or should we take the trade over here? Okay, the answer is you can take the trade over here because this has crossed both the super trend and the EMA line, okay? This is a double confirmation. And after that, if you see, for the next few minutes, the price went from here till here, okay? And this is the 5-minute chart. Now let's move on to the second chart. The second chart is a 15-minute chart, okay? Now if you look over here, okay, perfect. Now this is the beginning of the day, okay? Now if you look over here, the very first candle itself gave us a confirmation of a sell, okay? So from here, had I entered the trade, I would have easily reached my target of 1:2, okay? In intraday, money management or risk reward ratio is very, very important. No matter how good a trader you are, no matter how many strategies you have, but if you don't have a good money management or a risk reward ratio, you can never be in profit, okay? You can never be in profit. Okay, so this is the 15-minute chart. Now 5-minute chart and 15-minute chart, both the chart gave you a sell signal, okay? So that's a double confirmation on both the time frames. Now let's move on to the 1 hour chart. So this is the chart that I am relying today, okay? The 1 hour chart over here, the first candle gives me a sell signal, but is this candle below the super trend line? No, this is above the super trend line. That means this candle is formed in the buy zone according to the 1 hour chart. So I did not enter the trade, okay? I did not enter the trade, and I am still waiting for this second candle, the green candle, to break this yellow vertical line which is over here, okay? To break the yellow vertical line, and only after that I am entering the trade if this gives a breakout. All right, I'm just waiting for this. Now, like the way I said, I prefer 1 hour chart because 1 hour is noiseless, Okay, now if you look over here, I find this chart very noisy. Okay, if you look over here, I still find this chart very noisy. So I love trading on 1 hour chart. Now after that, coming on to the last chart, this is a Renko. Okay, most of the newcomers or beginners always have a question, which is better, a Renko or a candlestick? Okay, now after the market, when you go through the Renko chart, you will feel that the Renko chart is the easiest in trading and you can be a millionaire. Okay, you can earn a lot, but in reality that's not the case. Why? Because the box of Renko keeps on repainting. Repainting means it keeps on appearing and disappearing, appearing and disappearing. Do you see this over here? Now the second box is in the process of formation, but if you look at the first box, this is still not confirmed yet. The color of this box is light, you call it blue or green, but the color of this first box is very light. Okay, so this is the challenge, one of the biggest challenge with the Renko box. Okay, now finally, when I take my trade, okay, now coming back to this third chart, when I take my trade, what I do is, after confirming all this time frame, alright, after confirming all this time frame, I just bear with me. Okay, so after confirming all this time frame, what I do is I also go ahead and check the awesome oscillator over here. Okay, on a longer time frame, this works a wonder. As the name suggests, awesome, it really works awesome on a bigger time frame. Now I am looking, or I am waiting for this green candle to cross the zero line. Okay, once this crosses the zero line and gives me a confirmation, I'll go for the buy trade. And coming back over here, okay, if you look at this, has the 5-minute chart has now started giving me the buy signal. Do you see this? It started from here and it came down. It reached the target of 1:2. Okay, if you had entered the target, you would have easily reached your target. And after that, it has changed the trend now. Okay, so from here it's gone up and it has broken the super trend and the EMA, and it is above the EMA and the super trend. Okay, so this is a good signal. Now if you look at the 15-minute chart over here, you see the same, right? It started from here, after that it went down, and now it's moving up. And if you look at my 1 hour chart, the 1 hour chart is also showing a good signal, but over here I'm just waiting for the second candle to break this horizontal line, okay, which is the high of this candle. And a Renko chart over here, though it is painting, it's in the process of formation, but this is still a good sign. Alright, so this was all about the chart today. So one of the best way to really figure out, okay, which chart is the best or which time frame is the best, and any point of time if you're confused, keep all the chart open, 5, 15 and 1 hour, or if you are a kind of person who loves trading on 15 minutes, I would suggest all of you to keep a multiple time frame. Okay, if you're trading on 15 minutes, make sure that you have the 5 minutes chart open as well. And before you take any entry, okay, make sure that the trend is the same on both the charts. So this way you would get double confirmation, in fact triple confirmation with your indicator. All right.